This episode of Vic's Basement is brought to you by EB Games. Support us by buying your video games at EB Games. Welcome to my basement, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. What are you?
What are you? Are you Mrs. Doubtfire?
We're existential. We're starting with
You look like you're cross-dressing.
a very philosophical
Caitlyn
question.
Jenner?
Oh, Jones.
What?
No.
This is
What now?
Harley.
What happened?
Harley Quinn.
Which one is this one?
Harley
This
Quinn.
is the Arkham
Not just
Knight.
it's Arkham.
Yeah, the Arkham Knight version.
The video game Harley Quinn.
Video game Harley Quinn.
That is awesome.
What's
Just the
going on,
video
guys?
game.
Why are you dressed this way?
No idea.
Okay.
Just for kicks.
It's a Friday.
Just because it's Friday.
I think
yeah.
we're going to institute Costume Fridays on the basement from now on. What do you think?
It'll be his favorite.
You know why?
It'll
Because
be your
then
favorite day.
we will blend in with the action figures.
So listen, a lot of people out there are watching this. They know you were meek ratting just before this started.
Yeah.
But I feel like meek rat. We should have like the way we used to have phone booths. There
Yeah.
should be meek rat booths where you guys go in there
That's Speaker's Corner.
and you do all your shit in there,
Yeah.
and you don't involve me.
Oh no, you can leave.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Which was
That's nice.
which is
and
what
you did. That's exactly what you did.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's okay. I mean,
No,
it's
how
a
much
little-
more do you need to give the people? We're giving them a full hour of
It's
ourselves
a little behind
today.
the scenes. We're setting up kind of thing here. All
Yeah.
right,
It's
okay?
douchey, Vic.
All right. Okay.
It's not. I don't know how
so
to open the chat, so.
Welcome to the basement, everybody. You may have noticed we have a few props on the table. We're very, very excited today because
Just a couple.
Fallout 4 has entered the building, and Bethesda sent us a Pip-Boy
I need to leave
edition.
early to play it. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna head home.
Now we haven't played it.
Mike? Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
We haven't played it. We
Didn't
don't
get
know
your shares.
anything about the game yet.
I'm gonna score it, Vic.
We're
10.
under
10 out of
embargoes
10.
to talk about
No,
anything
no,
game
we
related.
haven't played it yet.
But we can do an unboxing, so I think that's what we should probably start with because it's going to sit there the whole time.
These are so thrilling for me.
I know.
I'm so glad this is part of
All right,
today's
all right,
show.
All right. Let's keep a counter on the screen for every complaint that Scott has for this
Yep.
episode.
Unboxing.
So there's two
I'm
or
against
three
that.
so far.
What?
Okay.
Back on.
All right, here we go. Oh, so let's start with the case itself. Can you see that, Blake? Yeah. All right, because it's big.
This is
Vic,
exciting.
this is so thrilling.
All right, look at this. It's a Vault-Tec.
Vic, I can't look away.
Like a loot crate, like something you would absolutely see in the game. So you open that up.
Just remember that there are people who are listening to this but not watching.
Okay.
Yes, of
So we
course.
are opening up the vault. Well, it's not really a vault because you're in the vault, but we're opening up the chest that you would find in a vault.
Yes.
You get Fallout 4. This is the Xbox One version of the game.
Can
You
we
get
actually keep it this
Fallout 4 in a steelbook case. So this is a gorgeous way to collect the game, which is
The best way to
fantastic.
collect the game.
And you get a season pass as part of the Pip-Boy Edition.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bethesda. That's incredible. And then you get the operational instructions for the Pip-Boy, which are very stylish. Maybe I'll take some pictures and put it on Instagram or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
Very stylish, sort of images of everything. And basically what this thing does, if people
It's all
don't
in black
know,
and white.
it's all in black and white. It looks like an old manual that you
Yeah.
would find actually in the 1950s. You want to take a look at that?
Vic, I don't know where this goes. Does it go in a box in your garage until you die and then they throw it in a landfill?
It goes on one of the shelves here. I'm
In a
moving
landfill,
something
okay,
out for
landfill,
sure because this thing is epic. And then you get the actual working Pip-Boy. And I haven't held this, so I don't know. I don't want it
So
hitting
basically,
the brake or anything
you're going to
like
be
that.
seeing Scott Jones wearing that, walking down the street of Vancouver every day.
There's a little strap.
Oh, that's
Hey
going to
Blake,
sound terrible. That's
Blake,
gonna
do you
sound
want to
terrible.
model this? Blake will model it.
Yeah.
He'll put it into. Sorry for that Velcro sound, everybody. We're so
That
high tech.
tearing sound.
There you go. So Blake is modeling this in
Oh,
front of the
great.
camera. It actually
Look at
clips
his
onto
strong
an arm, and you can slide the smartphone into the front part of the thing. And they've
Yeah.
got a Pip-Boy app, so you can actually use it as a working Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
And
Very exciting.
I probably will never go outside with this thing.
Come on.
But it is absolutely incredible. I could have been Pip-Boy for Halloween.
You could have been Pip-Boy.
This could have just come in just in time.
You do. You look like Pip-Boy.
That could have been me right there.
You are Pip-Boy.
Look at
You
that.
know they modeled him after you,
Kind
so
of
I
looks
don't
like
understand.
me. I know it's kind of a little bit sad.
is Pip-Boy.
And then it comes with this awesome stand. So the only thing is that the
What?
phones, like the 6S, does not fit in there. The 6S
Oh, what the
Plus,
blood?
it only fits the smaller size, the 5s, I think.
Oh, I've
And the
made a
5S.
grave mistake.
First in a box in the garage.
Yeah.
then a landfill. Got it.
No, man, this is going up on the shelf with an old phone.
That's cool. Yeah. With an old phone, exactly.
With an old phone
That's fine.
installed
Pretty
inside
useful.
of it.
It's useful.
Come on, dude, it's
Jones.
very cool. Okay,
And
so how many complaints is
inside-
that? 5 complaints for Jones?
Inside the
I'm going for
box is
100.
more padding.
More padding to keep it nice and
You
safe.
can
This
just
is
put
what we're
your
gonna
dignity right in there and
And-
just shut the top.
And there is a made in China sign right there.
Oh, good.
All right, so we know where
All
it was
right.
made.
So Vic got another treasure.
Look at that.
That's great.
Yes.
Now let's see if the
exciting.
game is good, which is really all that matters.
Of course.
Of course.
But a lot of people
Right.
like this collection, the collector's items.
These things
for
are
sure.
impossible to
But
find.
let's-
They sold out
Can
instantly.
we talk about the differences, though? Because I can't imagine people getting...
Oh, this is for fitting the
both of
different
these
phones
things.
in. You get a bunch of inserts in here, I guess,
Oh.
for sliding the phones in.
Okay,
Cool.
So this one is the Pip-Boy, but then what's the one directly in front of you?
Oh,
I see.
This one is totally different version
Yeah.
of. This is the Fallout Anthology, so I'm gonna put this up here, okay?
Yes.
All right. We will move the props
Bye,
because
everybody.
they're they're in the way. It's just piles of
And
stuff.
then you just add more.
This is
Thinking
crazy.
naturally.
This is the Fallout Anthology box set that they also sent. They basically want us to Bethesda
Unboxing.
wants us to just forget about everything else in real life right now and
So
just
see you
go
later,
into
Rise
our
of the Tomb
vaults
Raider.
and play
don't want
Fallout
this
from forever. Oh, okay. So this is the this is a bomb. This is also going up on a shelf
Okay.
because this is too rad. But
Okay.
basically, it's just a
Oh.
big case for the box set of
Landfill.
all of the
Holy shit, Jesus Christ.
all of the Fallout games.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's
All
amazing.
nicely organized and collected.
I want that.
And if you
This
have
is
one
really
of those,
sweet.
as soon as a woman comes
amazing.
over to your house, laid instantly.
Yeah.
What if a woman
women-
what if a woman has this and a dude comes over?
She gets
Yeah.
laid instantly too.
All
so
right.
Exactly. I
They
don't
should
see
put that
anything
right
wrong
on the
with that.
box.
Look at
I
that.
don't see anything wrong with
Look at that. This is totally going into my bomb shelter
There
right
you go.
here.
So
That
we
is
got
amazing.
2 things for the landfill today.
Come on.
So
Nice.
put,
So
so put this
excited.
on top of that, and then on top of this.
Incredible. So we will have our Fallout review
Oh
just
my
in
God.
time for the launch of the game.
Yeah.
I don't understand the collectible side of you, and we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But this shit baffles
Do
me.
you listen to how tired he sounded when he was like, "Yep, we've been friends for a long
Yeah,
time."
I
Yep.
know. He wants to end it. He's tried to break up with me a few times. But I just, for the life of me, do not understand why you collect this shit. I like the games.
Yeah.
I like the people who make the games. This part of you, though, is a part of you I'll never understand.
Hey.
There's so much of you I will never understand.
That's
Scott.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's
Yeah, I
okay.
see where you're
We're
taking
still mysteries to each other, right? Like, I'm into Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm into
I
banjo
worry
music.
about what you do find joy in. That's what I do worry
I
about.
find joy in lots of things. This shit, no joy for me.
Okay.
Well, you'll find joy in the game, though.
That's what I said. Yes,
Maybe.
I'm into the game.
Maybe.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was
Yeah.
looking at my retainer. Anyway,
But I'm over
Can
the
we-
moon. This is
I don't want
unbelievable.
this.
Are
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna,
this is.
Are we gonna leave this here the whole show?
No.
he's
'cause I'm-
reconfiguring.
Yeah, I'm trying to
We can't,
tidy this
because I
up a
have
little.
something
Stop touching
also.
it, please, for 1 second.
I'm putting it away. I'm putting it away. Here, 1 second. Here we go. So there's our stuff.
Hi, everybody.
Very cool. Okay.
Welcome to
and
Vic's
Marissa's
Basement.
apparently with us today.
There's more of
Know
Marissa,
that.
which is what you really wanted to see.
Like, surprise! Hey there, Puddins. So I also have treats today, but I don't know when you want to do it. I feel like that was a lot of excitement. So I
That
feel
was
like we
amazing.
should
Yeah,
just,
I'm
like,
very excited.
take it easy for a second.
that
But I
was
also
incredible.
feel like
So incredible.
it
Yeah.
is Halloween, and I do want to know what people are dressing up as. If they're dressing up as their favorite video game character, I think it's important to promote that, because one year I dressed up as my girl from she was actually on the show, Pokemon White.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was my girl with the ponytail and like the hat, and it was awesome. I had so much fun building this character. And then when I went out for Halloween that evening, no one seemed to know what I was. And I
Right.
was very disappointed because I wasn't at a video game related event.
Uh-huh.
So it was very disappointing for me to not have people know
So-
about Pokemon.
So wear your heart on your sleeve, your
Yes.
passions, and go
Yes, so
out there as somebody that you love. Doesn't
Whatever-
matter if people recognize you.
Doesn't matter. As
Right.
long as you love it and you feel confident and you're happy with the character that you've selected, especially if it's involving a video game. I think that's
Are
great.
you going out to a party or anything in your Harlequin outfit? Maybe
no.
not right away, but this weekend. Are you doing a Halloween party? Nothing?
No.
You gonna go trick or treating?
No.
You really want to go trick or treating?
I really want to go trick or treating. No, I'm not doing that. and I'm probably not going to do that.
Do you want to come to our neighborhood and go out with our kid and go trick-or-treating? It's really fun.
But I can't get candy.
No, but you can see all the kids get candy,
Well,
and maybe you can steal some.
Oh.
It's really fun.
Okay, well,
It's
I'll
like
consider
being
that.
in E.T. the movie, because you're walking around with all these little kids that are just
They're all
totally
dressed up.
blown away by the
I
whole
do think that's
experience.
an
As
exciting part
opposed to
too.
E.T. the game.
As
Yeah,
opposed to
E.T. the game, there were it was just E.T. and Reese's Pieces, and nobody cared.
Aww. No, that's really exciting. No, I do feel like that would be an exciting part of being a parent, like seeing your kid get dressed up and then taking them out and seeing how excited they are to see their kids.
It is awesome.
But I have yet to experience that.
The exciting part about being a parent is making the baby.
Yeah,
I've heard that's very fun.
that's also very fun.
The effort
That's a
you
real
put into
party.
it.
That's
Yeah.
also very fun.
Okay.
Are you going to a Halloween party, Scott? I am afraid to ask, but
No.
no. Okay.
Blake, can I know what people are saying in the chat about costumes? Oh, okay, sure. Also, while that's happening, I do have treats.
Yay!
Because it is Halloween. Also, I'm probably not going to be allowed to say this.
What?
I'm just looking at Blake right now because I want to know if he's going to be mad at me if I say something. I don't know what that means. Can I say something or not say something?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Blake's birthday.
Yes.
And happy birthday, Blake!
Happy birthday,
And
buddy.
but he doesn't want people to wish him happy birthday or like talk about his birthday because he doesn't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, but Blake, it's on Facebook. Everybody sees
No,
it.
it's not on Facebook. He took his off
yeah,
Facebook.
I knew that was going to be your answer,
But
buddy.
we somehow uncovered the truth.
Yeah,
And
just like in
so-
Halo.
So right, so I did. I gave him something already before we started, but
Yep.
I also feel like it's sharing is caring.
You better
And-
elaborate on what you gave him before we started.
Chlamydia.
Okay.
No, it was.
I
I'm
gave
gonna show
him
you.
chlamydia.
I'm gonna show you.
Red dots for
I gave him red dots. So. This is a gluten and refined sugar-free. This is gluten and refined sugar-free apple crisp
Wow.
with coconut cream.
Oh, wow.
for you.
Is this to get me to stop talking?
No, it's just for you
All right.
to have. But here's the problem, Jones.
Okay.
That one's for you too. But here's the problem.
Thank you.
Here's a knife.
Is that for my, is that for my butt?
Oh, you gotta eat that with a knife.
No,
Inhale.
don't. That's
Oh.
gross. I do not want to see that at all.
Why?
That's
Okay,
delicious.
Is that how a baby's made?
it's-
Thank you.
So it's well,
part
the thing
of
is,
it.
I have to make dessert, but I have to think about the fact that Vic doesn't eat sugar, and I think it's really great that he doesn't
Come on,
because
Vic,
it
just eat
challenges
sugar,
us.
will you? Jesus,
it
just eat
challenges-
it.
Hey, no.
Just
Hey.
Eat it.
Hey. No.
I don't understand that about you either. Doesn't eat sugar, and he collects all that crap.
Hey, Marissa,
So-
just
Who
so
is
you
this
know,
guy?
just so you know, that iPad isn't logged in to the chat, so you
Okay,
can
so I
read it, but
can't-
you can't
I can't
directly use it.
respond.
Yeah, so just
Okay.
answer them on the camera.
Gotcha. Okay.
Also, you were making a nice speech, and now you're distracted by this bullshit.
Oh my God!
What are you doing? Like,
We're
keep talking to
interacting
the
with
people.
What is
So
that,
anyway,
8, 9?
Can I talk about?
Okay.
Can I talk about the dessert or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
keep going.
So
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
dessert, the dessert has delicious apples,
Mm-hmm.
and it has almonds and hazelnuts, and gluten-free rolled oats, and cinnamon, and the
Amazing.
coconut cream is just coconut milk that I put in the fridge, and then you
Mhm.
take that out and you mix it with some maple syrup.
Wow.
Some pure maple syrup, of course, because we're in Canada. It's the
Right.
only way to do things, and that's refined sugar-free, and some vanilla, and that's it. That way you don't have to have ice cream and blah blah blah. So it's also dairy-free.
Amazing.
I know.
You are incredible.
That is our
Scott
Halloween
never
treat.
bakes for me.
But
ever.
all the stuff that you left out,
What?
that if you put all those things together, that sounds like a good dessert. I want that dessert.
You want the,
Okay, but the dessert-
refined sugar and the gluten.
I don't want
if you can
these-
make them refined sugar
I
gluten
want
muffins.
my dessert has to have some guilt as subtext.
There's
I
still
need
guilt.
it.
There's
Where,
calories.
though?
There's calories. There's nuts
It's
in
so
there.
healthy. There's no sugar.
There is sugar. There's not refined sugar,
Yeah.
but it's
Put
there's
the
coconut.
refined in
There's
there.
coconut sugar. So
I
it's
want
like a coconut
full
sugar.
strength refined sugar.
And then maple syrup. Do you not like maple syrup?
I like maple
Okay.
syrup.
Well, everybody
It's
just
delicious.
relax.
I like
And
maple
you're-
syrup
you're
on hot
incredi-
dogs.
You're incredibly talented. Thank you so much.
I just have to tape my thing
Yeah,
back.
tape your boobs together.
Just like I'm not used to exposing this much skin, so I had to make sure that I tape something down, like tape this thing down so it wouldn't open up. But
Okay.
there it is, opening.
Scott, do you have anything to show the class today?
No.
No, nothing for show and tell.
I did not bake last night. I just played Bloodborne.
And there's no Pip-Boys. You just played Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, and I went to bed.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, why don't we get into Blake's what happened this week stuff, and then we can read some questions and
Okay.
find out what people are
Why
wearing.
don't we do something else first?
What?
Okay, what do you got?
You know, I've been doing these spooky stories on EP Daily,
Yeah.
and I think the last one airs today.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed doing
is
those.
it?
Blake helped me a little bit with that as well. He was a great producer and camera guy for all that stuff. I was really proud of those.
They're great.
And I loved looking for, just really shaking the old scary movie tree and seeing what fruits fall off. And I feel like I found some really great choices for that series.
Okay.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
And I just wanted you to know that I'm very proud of it.
What is your favorite?
So I didn't bake any shit, but I made those things.
Was that a preview of your TED speech right there?
That's kind of that's the short version.
Did you guys talk about that last week that you're going to
Yeah.
do 10?
Yes, we
Oh, because
did.
he didn't let me talk about it the week before.
I don't know why we need to make
No.
a big deal out of it.
We talked about it
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago when
I know.
when it was Scott and I. And then you
So-
guys never talked about it.
Yeah.
And so
Because I don't trust you.
when is the TED date now?
I don't know. November 14th.
November 14th. We're getting
Get
close.
your
2
tickets.
weeks. Incredible.
That's right.
At the Rogers Center.
Anyway-
The Canucks can't play there that night because
No. If
Scott's on stage.
You
That's right.
are looking for a scary movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you 13. I think it's 13. How did we settle on 13 as the
You
number?
picked
That's
13
bad
Centipede.
one.
This is a spooky number.
Yeah, he picked Human Centipede.
I only
Yeah.
picked it because Blake liked it as well.
Yeah. Well,
You see, he said he liked it. Now he's laughing at me.
that's crazy.
Oh, gross.
They told me that Human Centipede 2 was not as good as the first one.
Yeah, well, it's good conversation.
And
We could talk about that,
Human Centipede 3 not as good as 2.
or we could talk
Surprise.
about the Pip-Boy thing that you got. So I would prefer the
The
Human
Pip-Boy
Centipede.
thing, are you
All
kidding
right,
me?
I'm just
It's-
kidding you,
It
Jesus
physicalized
Christ.
a video game. It's unbelievable.
It is
Anyway, I
really
love
fun.
doing those things.
Yes.
I never think of myself as an expert on anything.
Yeah.
Certainly not satisfying a woman.
Right.
But
Do you want 13 segments on satisfying a woman on EP?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Step 1, complain less.
Aww.
You know,
right.
this is just the way I am for this show. But
Yeah.
when I'm with a woman, I'm very charming. I tell a lot of jokes, and I talk about horror movies all the time.
Okay,
sure, yeah.
so I did something nice for those Scott Spooky stories.
What did you do?
I put them in a playlist, a separate playlist on our YouTube channel. So
Did you
Oh.
meet rat that?
I didn't meek rat it. I should Periscope when I make changes to the YouTube page,
Yes.
right?
Do that. For
So
sure.
meta. I'm on the computer now.
So wait, how-
I'm gonna type in some
Just
stuff.
make sure you
I
don't
don't-
show the password that you're typing.
Oh,
in.
right.
Log into
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Vic, I don't.
Okay.
I don't get it. Like, how does that work? So what did you do? You made
A
a.
playlist. So when people go to the page,
You think anybody goes there?
yeah, we've got 4,500 people right now
Yeah.
as subscribers, and people are watching our vids all the time. That's where we're serving up our videos. So
Okay.
So where we
I-
serve them up to you.
on the internets, but we also have them on iTunes and Dailymotion and Facebook and other places, Hulu.
Yeah.
So people are watching in a bunch of different places. But if they're on YouTube, they can watch playlists of things like that, and our Star Wars memories, and our toy tables, and our Vic's Basement podcasts.
Are you trying to drive people away from the podcast today and go to look at YouTube?
No.
Well, we're there. That's
Let
where
him answer. Why
that's
don't
where
they
people
answer
are
for
watching
everything?
us is on YouTube's
I like answering.
and Twitch. It's like you got to be everywhere. It's crazy, and Periscope.
That's
now,
why I'm
apparently.
getting out of media. Why are you guys trying to be everywhere? Jesus, to hell with it.
No, it's just things that we're exploring. I think things that we have to do. It's just something that we have to do, John.
Like
honestly.
dressing up as a man.
Is that what you're doing?
I dress like a guy every day, basically.
I
It's
thought.
the one day that
I
I'm dressing
honestly.
like a girl.
I thought you were Mrs. Doubtfire. I didn't know what this was.
Anyway. Are you done?
No, I'm just getting started.
Just
Just
getting
getting
started.
started.
Okay, well let's talk about what happened this week so we can get more of Scott's ongoing rant here.
Okay.
Nintendo's first mobile game, Miitomo, was announced, and
Yeah.
Miitomo. I'm going to call it Miitomo because I like that sound better.
Okay.
But Miitomo.
Yeah, that makes sense because of the Mii's.
Right. So Miitomo, it's not really a game. It's as far as we know it, it is a community. Blake was saying that it reminds him of what Sony did with Home, and we saw how successful that was. But
Yeah.
I think this will probably be a huge success on a mobile platform because that's what people are using it for, is this communication and this dialogue and these, creating custom avatars and trading information and all that stuff. I wonder if they will add some game stuff into it, though, some
Well, they
kind
have
of
to.
Wii mini game type things.
What do you mean they have to? What are we going to microtransact?
Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
Might just be hats.
No, I mean, maybe. Some people do that. They just want to add to their outfits and whatever. And I have to tell you, I'm feeling still quite guilty about, I was defending it for a long time about spending money in the Fallout Shelter game. I
Yeah.
was defending it for a long time, and now I just feel like such a fool. I feel like such a fool for what I did.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I do. Because
now you have
it was so impulsive.
Fallout 4 to play.
It was so impulsive. And I
Right.
haven't even used all of the vaults, like all the little briefcases that I got. I didn't even use them all. I just got them when I was feeling low one day. And like, I wish that I had this many people instead of this many people. And I want special people too, blah, blah, blah. So I invested in this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm so mad at myself for doing it. I spent $20 in this game that I haven't even used all of it for, and now I got the new phone and I just kind of left it behind. Didn't even save it to my iCloud. It's just like gone forever. Just wasted money. I feel like such a fool. So don't do it.
No, you can download it, can't you?
No, you can.
You can't.
But
You can't restore the purchases. You can.
You can, yes,
Yeah.
but then I still have to start over again with my.
Well,
shelter.
I mean, what happens with us is we get addicted to these experiences, and we want to keep going on them, and we think we're going to
Yeah.
have time to do it, and then an avalanche of new stuff comes in, and we got to move
Yeah.
on to the new stuff.
Well, sure, and
you
I
know?
discovered that that's like my go-to playing game, and so I invest the time in it anyway. And you
Yeah.
don't need to spend the money.
It's so great that it's not a always online thing.
Oh my God, thank
You
God.
just feel guilty. You have to feel guilty about something
That's
all the
true.
time. And so
Yeah.
you're insisting on turning this experience, which was positive for you, into a negative experience, which I don't think is really fair to the experience.
Okay. That was good. That was great.
I
insight.
know, for
Thank
sure.
you.
I know you just like to make everything, you like to feel bad about everything.
I don't
I
like
want
to
you
feel
to
bad
feel
about everything.
good.
Sometimes I feel bad about
That
things.
game made you feel good. It gave you so much joy, and you
did.
spent a few dollars on it. Who gives a shit?
Well,
Like, honestly.
up until today, it's been good though. She
Yeah.
felt embarrassed that she spent the money, but
I-
she felt
yeah.
she
feels
could
bad about-
justify
like,
it.
This isn't the only example. We'll get more as,
Okay.
as the show continues.
Okay, all right. All the new games announced by Sony at the Paris
Listen,
Games
we
Week.
didn't really think this Nintendo thing.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
understand what it is.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Nintendo, I love you though. Good luck.
Yeah, but you know what? It is true. Like it's not the thing that we want. It's not the announcement that we
No,
want.
I don't even know what it means.
I mean, it's- yeah.
Have we talked about it on the show at all? Like,
Yes.
I've never heard of it.
Well, it's coming up in an
Oh,
episode,
okay.
but it's not the announcement that we want. All of this hype and all of this speculation and buzz and this deal that is a very big one for Nintendo to move into the mobile space, and then that's it. It's like, okay, it's not a lot to go on. So hopefully they can turn us all around and we'll love it. But it comes out in early 2016.
Yeah.
Now, the Sony event at Paris Game Week seemed to go over really well. They had a lot of big announcements. A
Everything
new one.
looks good.
Yeah, from Quantic Dream.
Yeah.
Which looks really cool. Looks like Ex Machina, the movie.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a movie. That's what Quantic Dream does.
I have no idea how the game plays at all. That we don't know from the trailer.
Yeah.
We're just seeing this amazing looking premise, I guess, and that's basically it. I don't.
Yeah, it's a robot blending in with human beings,
Yeah.
and I think that's a very topical kind of idea right now. It's in a lot of media. Humans, the TV show is kind of like that. Are you a Quantic Dream fan, Scott?
I like them in theory, but in practice,
Oh, you didn't like the what was the one with the kid that got lost?
Oh,
Heavy Rain, yeah.
I love Heavy Rain.
Jason.
Our friend Christopher is in love with Beyond Two Souls, and that was one
Mm.
that we didn't review. I've never played that game. I really want to get into it and check
I like
it
the
out.
first one. I don't remember what it was called though.
Fahrenheit.
Insomniac. What was the
Prophecy.
Indigo Prophecy? That
yeah.
was it. I
Yeah.
like that one, and then I didn't.
They did one with David Bowie before that too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad they exist, but I don't. I personally am not that invested in what they do. I
Yeah.
didn't like that last game. I felt like there was so much hype and there was so much media around it.
With Ellen Page?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just finally the experience. I was so
And Willem
indifferent
Dafoe's in it
towards
too,
it.
right?
You know, I just didn't have any strong feelings while I was playing it.
That's what I'm going to play this weekend.
I am.
I am. That's one
You've
I'm
got
going to
Fallout.
Fallout.
You've got a million others. You got Tomb
Okay.
Raider. Like, what are
Not
you doing?
this weekend. That's the game I'm going to play next weekend.
Okay. and it's not even going to happen next weekend either.
All right. That's the game I'm going to play in 2016.
I loved Heavy Rain, but I just hated one thing about it. The one thing with that one achievement, and I don't know if I told you about this already, but the one achievement where there's this moment where you can sleep with this woman
Yeah.
that seems to also be grieving, and you're also grieving. So if you sleep with this woman, you get an achievement to have unlocked. You get it, but if you don't sleep with her, you don't get the achievement. I didn't sleep with her because I felt like it was inappropriate to sleep with this woman while my son is missing. I just
Right.
felt like, as a human
Right.
being,
Why?
I wouldn't want to
You
do
need
that.
some comfort as your son.
No,
Your son
you
is
should be out there looking
missing.
for your son.
No,
why are
take
you
a minute.
having sex?
Put your penis into a thing.
No. There's none of that
And with
when you're
Marissa.
looking
Why?
for
Yeah.
because your child is missing. Why are
What
you
are you
having
supposed to do?
sex?
Pull your hair out? No.
No,
get
you're
laid.
supposed to
Feel
go
better.
out there
Take
and
some
look.
vitamins.
No. You're not going
You
to feel
got to
better.
relieve some
You don't feel
stress. You're
better.
going to have a better head for
No.
finding your son. You're going to do more to help yourself.
You pound the coffee and you keep looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God, all right.
Yeah.
You don't pound the vagina.
Have chosen the wrong path.
Okay.
No, we chose
And
the
guess
right
what?
one.
You
I
did
should
not
have.
get your
I
achievement.
should have gotten an achievement for
Did
that.
not get it. Did
Anyway.
not deserve it.
Okay,
So
well,
resenting that.
the thing that impressed me, and we talked about this on the show, is, and I thought this from E3 as well, I'm liking what PlayStation is doing with their VR options. I feel like they're more game-centric. They might not have the best tech. I think the Vive stuff sounds really interesting, and I think the idea of a whole room to kind of get lost in, I think is, I mean, I keep hearing from developers just flipping out about the possibilities there, and Oculus has been going at it the longest, so that's really strong tech too. But
Yeah.
I like that Sony's investing in games, you know? So, like, they're bringing Battlezone to VR, which I think is pretty cool. I've heard good things about that Riggs game. You know, they're working with Namco to bring Tekken
What are you laughing at?
to VR.
I'm laughing at your interest.
No, I mean, I feel like all we're going to talk about in 2016 is VR.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's too early to even have an opinion about it. For sure, they're going to try to get us talking about it. I don't want to talk about it yet. So, I mean, I can't really I don't know what to say about it.
I just like that when I see their stuff, they look like games. They look like things that I want to play, you know?
For sure, those are going to be the people who have the money, devoted enough money
Yeah.
to be able to afford these things.
Yes.
But I think there are so many other ways that VR can go.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
it's going to start with games, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel the same about all of them. Oculus, Morpheus, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all going to be interesting and awesome. But I feel like that's all we're going to talk about next year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to live in the past for like another month.
Until people are barfing with these things on.
They won't.
Yeah.
And then
No,
we'll be talking
they've
about
done so much research on this, and they've slowed it down so much. It's not going to be the
I don't
tipsy
think
kind of
I don't
moment.
think it will be from the technology. I think it will be from the experience. I think it will be your.
Listen, you've experienced none of this.
I know, but
She's done it, and I've done it.
I know,
So we can
but
speak with authority on this subject.
I think that you will get totally addicted to the experience of it. You'll jump off of a building, and people will
This
get
is
physically
all-
sick.
This is
This is in my head.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the reality.
Did you guys not have any
No,
queasy moments
zero.
when you played?
Absolutely not.
Well, I didn't really, but I am always fearful of it. Well, like every time I demo it, I'm always fearful of that happening, and I feel like I'm very close to having that happen because I get motion sick all the time. Like they let me sit in the front of the car whenever we go anywhere because I get really sick in the
I have
back
to
seat.
ride to work with her on the bus, and she just turns green
I know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just holds her stomach as she sits there.
Yeah, it's just not fun for me. So I feel like I'm always scared of that, and I'm expecting it to happen. So I know I won't be able to wear these things for a long time, but I'm still gonna obviously try to experience it. I've had fun with the demos that I've had for sure. I mean, I feel like there might be some illness. There might be.
Yeah,
There
for
might be
some
some
people.
illness.
But I think it's a smaller and smaller percentage.
I don't
all
think
the
it's
time.
going to be tech. I think it's going to be the experience. I think somebody's going to like create a super scary thing where you fall out of an elevator or
I
something
know,
like
but
that.
this is all just it's
I
just
know, but
theories that you have in your head.
And it's based on all of the hype that I'm hearing about how amazing and immersive this all is, you know. And
It
that
is amazing and it is immersive for
So
sure.
I think it's going to.
But I don't know if
think it's gonna
anyone's
affect-
falling off a building and getting sick in your imagination.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I look forward to reporting on that in 2016.
For some reason,
Oh, man,
there's going to be so many optimistic things for VR going forward. It's such a bright spot right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel more hopeful about that than anything. I feel like some good stuff's going to come out of that direction. We're kind of leaving the old way of doing things behind. It's going to take a few years.
I still feel like it's so isolating and so personal and so tough to
It's
get
not
over.
isolating and personal. I mean, they're building all kinds of social components into the tech right now.
Yeah.
And people, you're going to get it. This is your way of living life. It's going to be with these goggles on. And 20 years from now, maybe we're just going to live with the goggles on. We're going to be like in the Matrix when they're in those pods
And
they just
that's
hook
terrifying.
things into them. Sure, I don't know. It's just the
That's
way we
terrifying.
go. We already are with our phones. I can't even talk to you two assholes. You're
I
both
know.
looking at your phones
I
all
know.
the time.
And I'm not. I get that, and I'm not. Looking forward to making it a bigger addiction. I'm not like, oh my God, you know what? I need more screens and more technology in my face all the time.
Have you seen the porn?
I'm just I feel like I don't know. You'll use it for that. I might use it for that. I don't know.
For porn?
But
I'm
you
a
never
human
know.
being. Of course I'm going to use
sure,
it for
of course,
porn.
of course. But I'm just wondering how people are going to be streaming now. If this is all going to be coming around because everybody watches people stream things. but that you can't get the experience when you watch someone else stream it. Like you need
You'll have
to
to
actually
stream
have,
it on a
you need
VR
to
set.
stream it on the VR
figured
set,
out,
but okay, that's just
Like that's
And,
like
and
that
shows
stuff
will
get
be
sorted
made.
out.
We could make a
They'll have
3D
Meek
show
Rat
for
on it,
VR.
for sure, for you guys.
Yeah.
Give me hearts everywhere. But you know, like I want to
It'll just be our eyes, though, right?
just one heart flying to your eye.
Just a shot, a close up of the eye.
I wanted to talk about the Vita.
You want to talk
Are
about
you
the
getting
Vita,
there?
the death of
Yeah.
the Vita?
Is
what
that
you
coming
wanna
up?
talk about?
Yeah. If we have a zombie this Halloween, it's the Vita.
It's the Vita.
Well, it's come back though.
No, I don't understand.
I mean, that's what they're saying, that there is still first-party development happening from Sony. At least that's what they're saying right now, because there's a lot of buzz about the Vita not getting any first-party. There's lots of talk of that, so Sony's kind of abandoning it. And I guess there wasn't much of a presence of Vita stuff at Paris Game Week.
What's
but
the reality, though?
But now Sony is flipping and saying, nope, there's still first-party development
knows
for it.
if
It's
that's
probably
true?
like card games or
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't like. Of course, they're not going to say publicly like, "Yes, we've abandoned this." They're going to say, "Yes, we still support it." Honestly, it kind of breaks my heart that it's gone.
Yeah.
Or that it's dying, because I feel like that's really such a landmark, groundbreaking, portable platform.
Yeah.
And you were so protective of it. I know in the beginning, like you just had to get sick, not one case, but two cases, one for the inside,
Well, it looks
one on
very
the outside.
delicate.
It's an amazing piece of tech.
I've never
Yeah.
had a case for it. And
Oh, I did.
mine has survived, and I brought it on all kinds of trips. But I honestly feel like I haven't touched it in 2 years. And I don't know
Yeah.
why. This
Yeah.
is such a viable, vital platform. And somehow nobody else is playing it.
Because
Somehow
it's-
Sony's not supporting it.
It's another thing to carry around, though, Jones. Like, we already have our big phones that we can put games on if we want.
Yeah.
That's the reason why this thing is dead, for sure, and everybody knows it. But
Well, it's part of the reason why
Well,
it's dead.
And there's just more interesting software for the 3DS.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the technology in it. It doesn't have the
It
graphic.
has the two sticks.
It-
Like, how
I
incredible
know.
is that?
It
I
has
know.
the
It's a
juice
real
No, that
machine.
was a huge
yeah.
step forward.
It's a
for
real
portable gaming.
console.
We never
you know?
have had two sticks, and it
Yeah.
took the 3DS another 2 years to get two sticks after
I
3
know.
years.
I'm
of
not,
that.
I'm not still sold on the other stick on the 3DS. I hardly use it.
They haven't made a
gotta
bunch of
use those
games for it
sticks.
yet.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was a first-person Killzone game that you liked a lot.
Yeah, I mean they made some beautiful stuff for the
And
Vita.
everyone thought this is going to be the platform for playing first-person shooters on the go. And it never panned out. Like, it didn't all pan out.
I was playing Golden Abyss on our flights from Europe and enjoying
Were
that
people
experience.
asking you what that antique was that you were carrying?
It is funny though, because at the time that was such a groundbreaking piece of software. It looked so amazing, and now you can kind of see the seams in it. And there are
Yeah.
games on the 6S or on the phones right now that are just
I don't know. Like,
better
I feel
looking
like
than that,
For
you know?
portable gaming, that's closer to what I want than what I get on the phone.
yeah.
I don't. I have some fun on the phone with puzzle games or tower defense, but
They need to slide into an excellent
No, I'm not
Vita-like control system.
I see you with your controllers, and before the movie starts, you're like, "Oh, I'm going to play this," and
Yeah.
I don't get
Oh,
it.
I know. We've already warned people. Like, if you see Victor Lucas on an airplane, don't sit beside him because he.
I got another one coming next week.
See, he's got like 4 or
Yay!
5 of these controllers.
No,
You know,
but
one
it-
time I saw you. You were sitting on an airplane. I don't know where we were going, Tokyo or Europe or something. This was back when you used to let me travel.
international.
Yeah, I know. We used to be that way.
Yeah.
But then I went up to Vic's row, and he's sitting up at the front of the plane. He's got like both of the things down in his
Yeah.
seat. He's got one computer here pointed towards
Yeah.
him. He's got one here. He's got a controller here. He's got 2 more controllers here. He's got a
Exactly
game
what
going
I
here.
I was
He's got
doing
his
my own flight
360
simulator.
going here.
Yeah, my 360.
He's got a portable one. He's just like, "Hey, what's up, dude? What's up? What's up?"
I was pretending to fly the plane. It was all good. I was
Like,
I
what
was
are
being
you
my own
doing?
pilot.
This isn't your home. This is a flight. Like, you just open a little screen and you play on that and you make do. No, Vic's got everything going. He's got all the screens, everything. We got to keep it going. We got to keep it going.
It blows me away that we can go portable with fidelity that's like this. You know, it really does. Every time I open up the laptop, I'm a Mac guy, so when I have a MacBook and I take it with me on the road or whatever, and I plug in a controller into it and I'm playing games on my
Yeah.
laptop, it just blows me away that you can walk around with
And he
stuff like
wants
that.
you to be blown away if you walk past him. He wants you to stop
Yeah.
and say,
Well,
"Wow, that's really cool."
Do you think so? Do you
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
want
for
that?
sure.
And I have a lot of people. I had
You
the
do have
flight
people.
attendant on my last Toronto trip. I was playing NBA 2K16 on my iPhone, the new one. It looks incredible, and I had a controller out, and he walked by. He's like, "Holy crap, that's
Oh.
really cool, dude."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it certainly wasn't one of the female flight attendants.
Actually,
female
yeah,
flight
female flight attendants watch the shows, and they recognize me. They tweet at me, "Hello," if you're watching on. If you're one of them that watch.
Flight
That's
attendants stop and talk to you
Uh,
about playing your games.
The last male flight attendant talked to me about you dating a flight attendant.
Oh. No.
Really?
It got around the whole Air Canada.
Oh
kind
wait,
of-
like the.
Why don't you take this up with me offline?
I'm sorry.
God, really?
Yeah. So
I had
That's
sex
hilarious.
with an airline stewardess
well, it got around,
at an
buddy.
airport in Toronto.
You are famous in Air Canada circles right now.
Oh man, that's so exciting.
So we have fans.
Like in the
we
airplane?
have fans.
Not in the
some of
plane,
the
no.
Oh.
flight attendants.
That's less
They
exciting.
must have weird hours, and they
Oh.
find us on different screens.
But I tell you, they make love like any normal woman needs to make love.
All right, so paranormal.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
It's a good Halloween story. Paranormal Activity is also dead. You've seen.
I love this. Yeah,
You've seen the last movie.
I love the dead parts of the show today. I
Yeah.
love the things that are dead,
Yeah.
even though one of the things came back to life. This one will probably come back to life before the show's over again. But I like that the paranormal, I like that they're giving up on it. And honestly, I think we talked about this already. I'm getting a little deja vu right now. I feel like Ubisoft should take a cue from these guys.
Right.
Like give Assassins is good this year for sure, and it's always pretty good. And some years it's a little better than others. But I feel like we need a break from these damn games. The same way that we're getting a break now from the producers and the people who are the reign holders for the Paranormal Activity series. Take a minute off and let people regroup. Let people miss your franchise. Come back in a couple years, and this gives me hope for Paranormal Activity going forward. We've seen some of these movies. We've
They're
seen
fun.
all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Some of them have been really fun.
Yeah.
And now I saw this one. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
So I don't want to talk about it in an informal way, but of course it's not great.
Yeah.
And I take some time off. Recharge the creative batteries, man. I feel like there's more potential going forward.
Well, the same could be said about annual video games for everything, all the sports games, all that stuff.
Well, the sports
Yeah,
games
Guitar
for
Hero,
sure.
all of that stuff.
But that's not an annual thing. I think give people a few years to miss something. Let the crops go fallow. When
Yeah.
you're trying to grow things, you
Well,
got to let the ground regenerate its nutrients in the soil.
I think that is a common thing that
That's
people have
very
been saying
dramatic.
about Assassin's Creed. It wasn't just us, and I'm sure Ubisoft is taking a lot of that to heart. It's an
I don't know.
incredibly
They keep
important.
making one every year.
I know.
Like they've got them. I'm sure they're 4 games ahead now. They're already talking about what we got to do next year, and the year
course.
after that, and the year after that.
Well,
it's just like
it's
exhausting.
I mean, they're spreading it around to a bunch of different teams, and they take a long time to make with each team. But yeah, this annual cycle is only going to bite them in the ass.
and we've got
same
Call
thing
of
with
Duty
Call of
coming.
Duty.
Yeah,
I know.
for sure.
I know it's the
coming
same
in like
thing.
5 minutes. We got to get ready for it.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I just played this game, but we're
Yeah.
playing it again.
Well, Halo 5 came out this week, and we reviewed it. I
They
reviewed
let
it
that
with
crop grow fallow.
Yes.
They let it come back. The soil is strong again.
yeah. And we wanted the game in a big way, but Steve and I were both a little disappointed with the
how's
single
Steve?
player. He was
Yeah,
great.
how's
I
It
haven't
was
seen
awesome.
Steve in a long time.
Love that guy.
Oh
It
my
was.
God,
It was.
I
I
love
shot it in
Steve.
Toronto
Did you guys
with him.
have dinner?
We had
Yeah.
lunch, and then we took off. But it was great. It was
Do you
a
think
good
he
visit.
could be a flight attendant for Air Canada?
You want to see if he's available?
Well, I think
if
I could
he's free?
see him. I could imagine him doing a flight attendant thing.
No.
He'd look good at one of those hats. You see the rouge ones now with the ladies?
He has got the best job in Toronto.
Does he?
He's
does,
got an
yeah.
amazing job. He gets flown all over the place. He writes for the Toronto Sun, and he does an awesome job
Yeah, I like
putting pieces together for them about all kind of movies. And
Travel,
he just
all
did
kinds of
a
stuff.
thing on a James Bond.
Yeah, for London travel.
Yeah. So traveling through London like James Bond.
Yeah.
I mean, is that not
He
the coolest gig?
Yeah, he's the James Bond of
Of
He's
Toronto.
the James Bond of Toronto.
You
Yeah.
think, you think he has sex with flight attendants?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
maybe
wanna-
1 for you, 1 point for you.
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
Are you in a little competition with him now? Do you want to see?
Yeah,
Okay.
Steve and I are going at it 1-0.
All right.
Okay. That's
But
so nice.
Halo 5,
I didn't like it.
I love the multiplayer. I love it. It's so fun and addictive, and I love this Warzone mode, which is constantly changing. Every time you go into it, you get new AI sort of enemies that pop in and bosses that you have to take down while you're fighting another opposing human team. And there's challenges and
Sounds
areas.
a little like Titanfall.
It's kind of like Titanfall, but it was really sophisticated, and it doesn't just fully rely on the vehicles like Titanfall does. Although Titanfall did an amazing job with all of the mercenaries and running around as well. Titanfall was pretty incredible.
Is Halo connecting with people, though? Didn't connect with you and Steve like in a core way.
I think it's connecting with people that have been fans with the franchise, although they have got to kind of come to grips with its more Call of Duty centric kind of controls. It's super fast, it's very fluid, but now you're looking down the sights just like you do in Call of Duty. And this is the first time that Halo's ever done that. But I prefer it because Call of Duty's so ingrained in us that
Yeah.
I've been so used to pressing that left trigger button to zoom in and do the sight look. But playing multiplayer is really cool. They have rec packs that come in, just like Call of Duty's got all of its packs as you unlock all kinds of stuff in there. They borrowed a lot, but the technology is pretty damn seamless. It runs beautifully.
I don't know why they have to borrow from each other. Why can't they just do their own thing? There's it's the Nintendo path, right?
Yeah.
Just we don't care. We don't they just want to do what they care about. And I guess if you have the coffers the way that Nintendo has, they have so much success over the years.
Yeah.
They can kind of afford to take these, but
They're in a fight, man.
I don't
Call
know.
of Duty and Halo and Destiny, they're in a fight. They're looking for a lot of the same audience, and they're trying to make it kind of easy for people to gravitate from one to the other. Or it's almost like the cell phone wars or the cell phone plan wars or something.
But it's like if
that.
you're just playing one game and they all have the same mechanics, then what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's about the universes. It's about the kind of
Does the Halo universe still have gravity?
It does, yeah. No, it really does. But what we were saying about with the single player is that once again, it's kind of that shell game like they did with Metal Gear Solid 2 and in previous Halo games, Halo 2, where you think you're going to be, Master Chief for a big chunk of the game, and then nope, you're going to be this guy for a big chunk of the game. And it's not like the Locke's team is bad. But yeah, Master Chief is kind of the character that we've grown up
He's
with.
like 8 feet tall.
They're huge, yeah.
He has a huge penis.
They're engineered to be incredible warriors.
Do you play these games?
I do like the Halo franchise.
Yeah.
More than I would say other franchises. Even though I had a lot of fun with Call of Duty last time around. I did.
Advanced Warfare, yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. But no, Halo's always been, because I love the story of Master Chief. I love that story. And
Yeah.
I love
No, but I
his
feel like they've
relationship with
really lost
Cortana,
their way, though.
You're right.
In 4, I felt like, we're getting Cortana lost her mind. Remember, we played that game.
4 was great.
We liked it.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like it resonated really enough me.
I thought 3 was great. I thought 4 was great.
I didn't like 3.
I really liked 3. I liked
2
that
I
it
didn't
was
like.
it was bouncing all over
What's
the
wrong
place.
with
2 I did not like.
Why?
Yeah, terrible. 2 discs.
2's
You got one. You got this other guy you're playing as the Covenant. You play the other, and just like forget it, man. This is a mess.
And I honestly, in 2, by the end of it, I was just running past everything. I didn't even care about shooting anything.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And I felt a little bit that way in 5 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I did blast through the whole single player campaign, and there were some twists. There were some
blasted through the hole.
I blasted through the hole, yeah. You fight some cool bosses, but there's so much repetition with the bosses and so much repetition with the environments. And I really wanted more detail in the worlds, and that's something that Halo has always had. They've loved that sort of
That's
pure.
partly why the first was so really connected with so many people, was I just felt like every level had so much care and love went into creating it.
Yeah.
And now most first-person shooters, and that's part of my problem with them, is you just rush right through. You're like, you don't even really have to stop and look at anything.
Right.
You just kind of go through. You beat the boss. You move on. Here's another level to rush through.
Yeah, but
that's my problem with Call of Duty. I always feel that way
But
when I
what
play those
Bungie did
games.
with Halo 1 was that they used the technology of the time to its fullest degree by not populating their world with lots of debris and lots of different detail elements that you can look into. It's very clean and antiseptic and alien. They nailed all of that. And now the aesthetic of Halo has had to sort of be consistent all the way through, and it makes the environments kind of cold and lifeless, And where you look at the Call of Duty games, you blast through these worlds, these things that are just so cluttered with damage and destruction and debris, but they're very interesting. Fallout's the same kind of thing, Like there's a lot to catch in your eye. And I feel like with Halo, it's like, okay, I'm seeing another sleek door, another beautiful, pristine white hallway, and then there's this huge vista. And then you get into the plant life and into the foliage and stuff, and that's more interesting. But
do you feel like part of the success of Halo is its soundtrack?
yeah,
And it's hard to say, like, how much do you think soundtracks are relevant to the success of a game? Because Halo I don't know if Halo's the same game without that soundtrack.
Yeah.
It was a great soundtrack.
Marty's going to be happy to hear that.
Yeah, he knows it's true. People have been telling him that for years,
Yeah.
but you so rarely hear music in a game that just stays with you when you power it down for the night. You know? And I feel like that was like 1/3 of my enjoyment of Halo multiplayer plus single player plus that music. Just I'm on board.
That's what Spielberg has been saying that about movies forever. It's that you know.
Oh, you guys saw Bridge of Spies?
Yeah.
That was Spielberg.
That was great, yeah.
Was he producer or directed?
Directed.
Okay.
Directed with Tom Hanks.
What are you laughing?
That was a couple weeks ago. I'm like, wait, did I? Yes, I did.
Was it in 3D?
Nice segue.
No, I know. That was totally different. But no, we also saw Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Yeah.
The other day.
Is that open this weekend?
That was fun.
That was, it was actually.
I heard there was boobs
fun.
and a penis in it.
There is zombie boobs and zombie penis. So watch out for that.
You can kind of predict that just from the poster.
Yeah, but Vic and I were subjected to an interesting moment before the movie started. There's a DJ in the movie.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the guys in the scout outfits that needed a picture with them.
Whatever.
No,
that was fine.
I was fine.
No,
we had 11 minutes of torture.
Yeah,
after that.
I'm just like, and I did tweet it, and I Snapchatted what was happening because it was just, I don't know what, I have no idea. Like, we definitely should have been on something, or I felt like if we were on something, we would have had seizures.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was.
I had a seizure, I think.
Oh, okay.
And a stroke when I watched this.
I can understand maybe
you and your
a
stroke
minute
jokes.
of it, but
Sorry,
it's
buddy.
too soon.
Sensitive.
So I don't know. They just they're trying to promote this DJ that's also in the movie.
I don't understand what you guys are talking about at all.
It was a crazy visual thing cut to music.
Oh, in the movie itself.
No, it was like
Before
11 minutes of demo, promo, just crazy techno nonsense.
What were they selling? You don't have to say the products, but just
and
the
also
movie.
To download
11-minute
the DJ's
commercial.
album.
Basically, an 11-minute commercial and the
This is
album.
Part of going to the movies, which is why Blake and I don't go anymore.
But Vic even leaned over. He's like, "Do you think Scott would have even sat for this for like a second? You would have been like, you would have just left
because it was
like,
so
you would
loud.
Not have...
The music wasn't bad, but
was
it was
Paramount?
Yeah.
Or was it Warner Brothers?
No, it wasn't Warner. It was Paramount.
Okay. Yeah, it was Paramount.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have made it through. I'm glad I didn't have to go.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger's son just walked into the theater and said, "Hey guys, thanks for."
He was a little too cool for school.
He's like, "Oh, well, I'm here shooting something else. I don't really
What's
know
he
what to
look
say
like?
right now." He's
a handsome dude.
He's a handsome
Does he look like
fella.
Arnold?
Well, he looks like Arnold. What was his ex-wife?
Schwarzenegger.
Maria Shriver. I mean, she's a beautiful woman.
She is.
So
He's a little mannish.
Oh God,
well, he got the he looks great.
He is in a Taylor Swift music video, and I think they made out.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Gossip.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Listen, save it for your own show.
But they dated, right?
I think
save it
so.
for your Taylor Swift podcast.
I think they dated. I don't know.
When is that on now?
I don't know if there's a. I haven't started that one yet. Hey, it's Taylor Swift and Tupac, 24 hours, baby.
Okay.
What?
All right. Okay.
You're done with it.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Something else that might be dead.
Bridge of Spies, though? No good.
Great movie.
Oh no, it was
Really?
really good.
Great.
It's just
Yeah.
not.
I seem like both of you were just kind of like.
Well,
No.
you have that experience. It's a really great movie. I enjoy. I felt like I learned something, and I feel like Tom Hanks always does that for me. He teaches me something.
I don't want that.
It's a little preachy and
Was there
celebratory
any motorcycles?
of a guy. No
Explosions?
No
Robots?
There are some explosions, but it's an amazing story of this litigator, this lawyer that goes over to rescue
It's a thinker.
captive Americans behind the Berlin Wall, and he has to go and get these guys back from communist Russia at the height of the Cold War. It was cool.
It sounds like Argo 2.
All right.
Sorry, one thing I forgot to put on that list that I sent you is that the Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. All
Yeah.
the
Oh, right.
episodes are streaming on Twitch right now.
Right,
and-
so that's counter-programming to us right now?
How did that?
All right.
But speaking of
F
dead
you,
things,
Bob Ross.
Speaking
did
of
that
dead
even
things,
happen?
Bob Ross is on Twitch
Right.
because he's
So
dead.
Aw, dude.
yeah, I don't know.
So dark.
I don't know why that came up.
Okay, Alien 5 might be dead.
Good.
Okay.
Might be dead. Blomkamp's
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
Alien 5's on hold.
Why isn't he making a District 10?
That's what I want. I know you don't want that.
Well,
but
I don't, but I'm just saying,
I want more from his
he
world,
has
yeah.
failed so far.
Yeah.
He did that. I don't know what that first movie was that he did. Now he's doing a Warcraft movie, isn't he?
Yeah, and Chappie was his too, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, that's Doug Jones.
can't keep
That's
straight.
David Bowie's son.
But I
No, I don't think he's failed. I thought Chappie was pretty damn
no,
cool.
the one before that, the one with Jodie Foster when she was in space.
Elysium was pretty damn cool too.
Oh,
There was some
that's
cheeseball stuff in it, but it was pretty
Cheeseball.
damn cool. It was
Do you-
fun.
have you seen District 9?
And District 9 was perfect. Yes, and he should go back to that universe instead of
So good.
working with
Well, I
aliens.
don't know. He's
Okay.
tried to go into other universes, but now I just don't think he can't do anything else other than District 9.
Chappie had heart, but Chappie bad.
Chappie was cool.
Chappie
you
bad.
you wrong
Wait,
about
she
Chappie.
says he was. She says it was
Chappie-
bad.
Chappie was really cool.
I
And
never-
you
Chap-
should see it.
Chappie
I
has
never
heart,
seen
but
Marissa
Chappie bad.
fight with you, and this is
No, Chappie
no,
bad.
we had
but
that
listen,
fight. Yeah.
okay.
Chappie was
Antwoord
really fun.
was interesting
Yep.
to see them act. That was, I mean, if you know the band, I feel like that was something
There,
there.
there
But
are definite logic problems because they
Oh,
put
God,
together
yeah.
a bunch of PlayStation 4s to create his
just-
artificial
for
intelligence.
sure, yeah, that was
But,
so.
Did you see it, Blake?
Yeah, that was the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
But it's really a fun movie, man, and it's about the idea of us sort of creating life like that and falling in love with it, and
Yeah.
it stuck with me. It was a cool film.
Yeah.
It was a cool film,
I
and,
always
and
think I want to see it,
performances were good.
But then I go to bed every night. I'm like, oh, I didn't see Chappie today. Oh, that's
How about you see Chappie,
That's
and
okay.
I will play Beyond Two Souls.
why?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're gonna play Fallout. Why
Well,
do you
not
keep
not this
promising
weekend.
Okay.
Not this
Beyond Two
weekend.
Souls.
This weekend is packed. Tomb Raider,
What
Need
about
for
Beyond-
Speed,
And
and Fallout.
What about
Ridiculous.
Beyond Good and Evil?
No, I'm done with that game.
Oh!
I played that
What?
and the HD, and I'm good with that. And I don't care if they make a sequel to that. I really dug it, but it's
Michel Ancel.
I love that guy. I want him to come up with something new.
Yeah, I'm sick of the
Yeah.
Rayman games.
I love the
Why? I
Rayman
love
games.
Rayman.
That's enough.
Okay,
You
all
said
right.
it right, by the way. Of
course
For
I
the
did.
first time ever.
Okay.
I have some
Questions?
questions from
Okay,
the
let's
chat,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that while I show off my awesome 3DS.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Animal Crossing one?
Yep.
Okay,
Harley
First-
would never carry this around with her, by the way.
okay, I have two questions from Akamaru 1987,
Yes.
who I play GTA with a lot.
So that means
Shout out.
he's in
Shout out.
Blake's inner circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants to know, what is Scott's costume?
Well, he keeps taking it off.
That was Dracula.
He was supposed to be Luigi, but
He's Sour Man. You
I'm,
may have heard of
I'm
him.
sour today.
I
for
wanted
sure.
him to be at least. I mean, if you're not going to join Vic and be Luigi, at least be like Mr. J.
I've got his Luigi costume right here. He refused to put it on. All right.
Okay,
That
question
happens.
answered.
There it is.
His second question is, can Vic say woohoo like Mario?
Woohoo! It's me, Mario.
Here it comes.
Hey, make sure you watch EP Daily today because we have all of our
Some
characters.
impressions come out. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That was
You-
almost
I'm
Christopher Walken.
I'm Michael Caine.
That was almost Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
Some
do your
No,
impressions.
no Michael Caine.
Come
Michael
out.
Caine.
Yeah, that's
Michael
pretty good.
Caine.
Could you do your what's that one? That guy, the guy,
Christopher
Marky
Walken.
Mark, Wahlberg. She does.
Say hello
it.
to your mother for me.
Yeah.
Say hello to your mother for me.
Say,
Okay.
say
What
hello
else is that? It
I'm-
for impressions?
I'm Mario.
And
Do
then
a good
she
Christopher
sucked
Walken.
my cock.
Sorry?
Christopher Walken is pretty good.
I know, it's
My
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken
Yeah.
as Mario. Let's go save
Hello, Cardio.
Princess
Okay, so
and get the hell to another castle.
I'm going to try to save everyone from these impressions.
Okay,
Okay.
yes, please help
Thanks,
us.
Blake.
Stardew
Yeah.
wants to know,
Yeah.
can what are Vic and Marissa and Scott's predictions for the new James Bond movie Spectre?
10 from Vic.
7.5 out of 10.
I
6 from Scott.
I wasn't crazy about Skyfall. I still think it's cool, but I wasn't crazy about it. There was a lot of cheese in it.
It was not good.
Quantum of Solace was kind of disappointing.
Terrible.
I loved the Bond girl in that movie, though.
No.
She was terrific.
You don't remember anything else about the movie? I don't remember
No.
anything from any of those
The
movies.
Hold
car
on.
chase was pretty cool.
Who gives a shit, man?
And Skyfall, I loved Javier Bardem, but then they turned him into the Joker, and that was kind of strange.
And then his face
Yeah.
deformed.
But
I didn't like
Casino
that.
Royale's the best Bond movie they've ever made. So Daniel
For
Craig
sure.
will forever be a fantastic
yeah,
Bond
he
for me.
made
So I'm
one good
I'm
Bond movie.
always
That's
excited
it. That's
about
all he's made is one good Bond
well,
movie.
maybe this will be great.
I don't know. The
Maybe.
track record does not bode well for going forward.
I don't think those two
Well-
sucked. I just think they were.
They were pretty bad. They
I don't-
did suck.
I don't think they sucked. I just think they were below the best Connerys
Casino
and the best
Royale.
You
Moores.
just look at Casino Royale, and that movie just kept
I know.
delivering and delivering, and
I
then
know.
you're like, "Oh, I'm done.
Martin Campbell's the director.
I'm done." But
Look-
then it delivers again and again and again,
look
and you're
at-
just like,
look at-
"Holy shit!
look
Why
at
do I
Mart-
watch anything else?"
I know. Look at Martin Campbell's IMDb and look at all the incredible things he was involved with, including GoldenEye, which is also one of the best James Bond movies.
That
Not
guy
right now. Wait
who-
till we're done.
Yeah.
with his eye that was bleeding.
Oh,
he's
that was
touching.
so
Stellan
great.
Skarsgård.
No, it's not
no,
Stellan
no, it's
Skarsgård.
Mads Mikkelsen. He's incredible. I know.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
a great movie. All the other James, what's his name? Roger Craig, James Craig,
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. All the other movies have been shit. I don't know what's going to happen in Spectre. We'll find out on Wednesday.
This is amazing.
I know.
Should have made some for everybody.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay.
But I can share the recipe later.
Yeah. So Scott and I are seeing that on Wednesday, and I can't wait. I sent him a text about that yesterday, and he said they've all sucked shit since Casino.
They have.
So then I sent him a picture of Debbie Downer, and then I never got a reply.
Well, I don't know what. How did you? I don't know,
I don't know
when
what
you
kind of
became a
response
guy
you
who
got from
started.
what he
I don't know.
sent.
I don't know when you became a guy that started sending photos of Debbie
So,
Downer.
anyway,
Like that part was just confusing to me.
I'm sad that I will not be joining you for this thing.
No, you're not.
I am sad. I want to see it. I
I
did
want
to
you
see
to
it.
go see it instead of me having to see it.
Well,
You're
I
going to
can't-
New York or to
I'm going
Toronto.
Yes, because I hope if you're in Toronto, you can join me. I will be at the Scotiabank Theatre on Thursday for the Rainbow Six finale, the Rainbow Six tournament finale. So I'll be
sounds
hosting that
boring.
event. Oh my god.
That's like 14, 15?
That does sound boring.
It's
It's amazing.
I'm going to be hosting
Do you have more
it.
to say about it?
Well,
Yeah,
just
she's
come out.
hosting.
I'm hosting, and so come out.
Okay,
And I
I'm just
wanna
wondering
see
if there's
people.
more. He's got more questions.
I have a lot of Toronto loves that I would love to see at this event. So please come out. We'll have fun.
Okay, JBJ Blaze, Scott's old friend, wants to know, what do you guys think of Supergirl so far?
We can't comment on that. We're going to have a review for you next week.
You haven't seen the
That's right.
first show yet,
That's
is what you're
right.
saying. I can comment on
Oh,
it. I've seen the pilot. I won't do the whole review of it, but I love the effects in the show so far. The visual effects
Okay,
of
that's not spoiling anything.
Supergirl doing all of the superpowered stuff that she can do, terrific. And I think she's perfectly cast. But that's all I'll say right now.
Okay.
Scott, what do you think?
I don't know. I have no interest in it.
He hasn't
No.
seen it.
Can
He's
we talk
done
about
with
something
superheroes.
else? We only have 4 minutes left. I need to tell you guys about Cheers. I
Okay.
need to talk about Cheers for a second because
Okay.
Diane is gone. I'm trying to get through it, yeah? So Diane is gone now.
The
Rebecca's...
show Cheers?
Yeah, the show
I think
Cheers.
I did this
The
with Scott
30-year-old
already.
We did it.
show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Never
can't
seen
talk
it.
about Cheers anymore. Because
Well, she's got
Why are
questions she
you
doesn't
not-
yeah,
understand.
you
confused,
guys,
are you?
you guys can make a Cheers podcast, but
No, Marissa, tell me, are you like watching it for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
She's
I
never
see.
watched it
I was
before.
confused. I didn't know.
But
Like,
I already
don't
went
even know
through
how
this,
you watched it. You're
'cause-
younger than me.
I didn't talk about it that much.
I didn't watch it on Netflix.
Did
I
I?
watched it on TV
talked
back,
about it.
like in reruns in like the 90s.
you're catching up on all the Cheers
You
episodes.
opened up a bunch
Back
of
before
Pip-Boy
Netflix,
stuff
they
on the
had
show,
things on TV.
so we're
I'm
even.
sorry,
We talk
but
about
Diane
games
was very
and cool
annoying.
stuff on this thing, not Sam
We
and
don't
Diane from
fetishize
20
this
years
crap,
ago.
though. Like, that's
Yeah,
not,
we fetishize.
No, we don't.
Woo!
I just
you
want to talk
fetishize.
about. I just want to talk about how women's roles have changed immensely.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is for your own
Okay.
podcast, okay?
No,
Alright.
they really have. I cannot believe how like a woman can't choose a career and marriage. She has to choose
But
career
then you
or
show
marriage.
up dressed like a slutty whore today.
No, she's a psycho killer.
I'm just saying, like, I'm saying, like, you are contributing to this by dressing this way. You should be
Over
dressed up like
career or marriage?
a
What is
doctor
that?
who was a senator at the same time.
You've like completely gone off the rails. I was talking about career versus marriage. I'm not talking about
I
the
don't
way
think
women
you can
dress.
deliver criticisms on the way women are portrayed
I'm
if you're going to
not.
show up like this.
Oh my God! Okay, Scott, you're way off the mark
No,
right now.
I'm right on the
Holy
mark,
smokes!
and you
No,
know
you're
I
not.
am. You
No,
know
you're
I am.
not. I picked the most covered up Harley Quinn outfit I could find.
It's still pretty
Just
sleazy.
so you know. Oh my God, you're the worst right now. I can't believe you.
Am I? I
Yes.
think it's the truth.
Do you guys want me to change the subject?
Oh my God.
go
I
ahead.
can't
Yeah,
believe
what's
you
the
did
other
that.
question?
Okay, Powerhouse 420. I guess 419 must
Hi,
have been taken.
Powerhouse.
419 must have been taken.
Oh, 419. No, I think he deliberately chose 420.
He wants to know, what do you guys think of Robert De Niro not giving a noteworthy performance in almost 15 years?
He was in the Intern movie.
Yeah, because he hasn't
What?
been...
You saw the intern?
I didn't see it. I wanted to see it though
Okay.
because I like that woman with the red hair and everything, the dark hair, whatever her name is. And,
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, she's one of them I like. I can't keep the name straight anymore," said the old man.
Okay.
But the that movie looked like it would be entertaining because it looks so terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he was good in the first Meet the Fockers.
he's terrible. No,
He hasn't done anything good in
He's a
20
great
years.
talent, but I feel like his real work is behind him, and I think
Yeah.
every actor gets into that stage. Like,
What
people
was his
love
last
him
big one then?
As a
Heat?
celebrity, I don't know. I honestly don't
The
remember.
last
anything.
thing that I can, off the top of my head, that he was good in is
Yeah.
probably Casino.
Oh, that was incredible.
It was okay.
Or he made, no, what was that Matt Damon movie that he directed? That was pretty good.
I
Like
can't.
Good Shepherd. Where Matt Damon was like the head of the CIA in like the 50s.
I can't. I don't know if
Anyway,
I've seen
Robert De
that
Niro
one.
directed that. And it was
It's a
good
great
movie.
point, though, and I agree.
And
think
I
that's
liked him
exactly
in
right.
what was that Neil Gaiman movie with Michelle Pfeiffer? Was it Starlight or something, or
Stardust.
Stardust? Yeah. He was good in that. He was fun. But so much of his work now is kind of parodying the character of Robert De Niro and the characters.
Yeah, what
that
was
he's
that
created.
movie, American Hustle? He played. I mean, he has little moments where you get a little glimpse of him, and he's
Right.
a mobster, and it's so easy for him. No one
Limitless?
does it better than he does.
Yeah, remember Limitless? He just shows up in the middle of Limitless as well.
I really don't
Yeah,
ever
I
want to talk about.
Totally
Limitless
forgot
again.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question. Shuklar wants to know, EA expects to sell 13 million copies of Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
How does the team feel about that prediction? Is it reasonable?
It's probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's such a history for Battlefront, and I don't know. I don't even think you need to do that much for the game to sell copies of it. People are going to be excited that it's back. There's
I've
more
already
Star
bought my
Wars.
copy.
Yeah, no, I think
I played the beta and then I
You
bought
already
it.
bought it, yeah.
yeah, it's
But
beautiful.
not until I played the beta.
Of course,
It's absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely the beginning of something for them. You know, you can feel like they haven't thrown everything that they could have done into that first boxed product that they're going to
Right.
ship. They've got a whole plan to keep us in the Battlefront universe for a long
Yeah.
time. But I think DICE is savvy enough, and they feel the weight of the responsibility enough to not fuck it up. And I think that they're going to do everything they can to keep it really, really great for us. The beta was really strong. I mean, we were all playing it and had a great time with it. And that's all that I've played. I can't wait to get the finished game, and I'm psyched to see, you know, what DLC they've got.
Your old
cooking for
friends
us.
Han and Leia are in there.
I know.
You can play as Han Solo.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
very exciting.
And the bad guys can kill Han Solo. That'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Blake. This is about the time where we have to say goodbye
We got time for one more question.
because
Okay.
it's 3.
One more question.
Yeah.
Jean-Nicolas wants to know, has the console war transitioned into game wars? So like our big AAA titles in the like exclusive battles between that
Oh,
I
I
don't know
see.
what kind of
consoles.
wars there are anymore.
Like because we were talking about the first-person shooter experience.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Yeah. I mean, you do kind of have to pick sides just like you would with a console. So yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I think what's happened is software has become very agnostic, and you'll see it sort of, you know, exclusives doesn't mean what it used to mean even 5 years ago. Like Tomb Raider, we knew well before Xbox locked it up and announced it that it was also going to be available for the other platforms. But I think what's happened is games are working so hard with DLC and extra microtransactions and you know, season passes and things like that to keep us in their universes forever. So there is a little bit of a game versus game kind of thing that's happening out
I
there.
think, you know, I have all the consoles, and I'm very grateful for that, and thank you, game industry, for sending me these consoles. But if I didn't have one and I wanted to play Tomb Raider, I would have such red ass that I could only play it on this platform and not this platform. That would make me so angry.
Yeah.
But I don't really have to face that emotion because I have everything, and
Yeah.
I got all the games right in front of me. I got all the machines right in front of me. But man, if I was a fan, if I was a gamer, if I was committed to the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, or whatever the DX or whatever Nintendo's doing going forward, like holy crap, would that make me angry? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. I mean, I've always been a proponent of the idea of everybody working together to kind of change the way that games get consumed and kind of come up with an industry standard like Blu-ray or DVD.
It makes me sad that Bloodborne is only on one platform.
Yeah.
Like it stinks.
Well, and I think in the future, and it's probably going to be a long future because we see similarities with Android versus Microsoft Windows Phone and versus iOS, that, you know, people like to make their pledge of allegiance to something. And I don't think we're going to give that up in the console space for a while. But I think down the road, yeah, there will be, and it will probably be a kind of a blending of portable computing in general. Like these phones and tablets that we carry with us are so powerful. There's no reason. Here's a perfect example. Apple TV comes out next week or this week. Actually, I think today people
thought it was
can get
already
it.
out.
Yeah, I think it's out. But we'll be able to play the same game that we're packing around on our phones on our television sets, and I think that's a step towards that kind of ubiquity with experience on a lot of these different machines. So
Yeah, but we're still. I feel like we went back to console wars, even though we were talking.
we're
about
on the
games.
phones now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, I know we got to wrap it up, but it's the daylight savings time this weekend.
Right.
My
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
this is.
wrong, Blake?
Hate it.
Oh, he
Listen,
hates it.
that's
Spring
enough.
forward though.
But listen,
Yeah, you're not allowed to complain once, Blake.
Everybody has one extra hour this weekend.
Right.
I'm gonna masturbate But what are you
Okay.
guys gonna do?
Could have predicted that.
I'm going to masturbate with you.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not masturbating, guys.
Okay.
If you're together,
Bros.
okay, all right. That's
No, but
not
I mean,
the
we
same
do
thing.
like it's so
Okay.
wonderful that we have this extra hour. It's gonna
Yeah.
be. I guess it gets.
Well,
what happens? It gets dark earlier now.
It's amazing that we got
Oh, here we go.
Fallout 4.
Yeah, we're
Did you
gonna
see
be
that
doing.
catch?
Are you
That was
taking
great.
that to the landfill?
I'm
Is that
taking-
where you're going with
Fallout
that?
We got Fallout 4 right as we got daylight savings time.
Yep.
That's amazing. So an
Yeah,
extra
it
hour
was
with
great.
this baby. That's
So
what I'm
what's
gonna be
everybody doing for their extra hour this weekend? Okay, so Vic, what do you got?
He
Fallout
just
4,
said.
but it's also Halloween, so I'm going out with my family, which is going to be a blast. And then
All right,
on
I don't
Sunday,
need a whole story. That's
and
enough.
Sunday we're going to see Peanuts, and Marissa's coming.
Penis.
Peanuts,
Peanuts.
the
Peanuts,
Charlie Brown animated thing. So
That sounds
So I'm gonna
awesome.
go do
Is that
that.
3D?
it's in 3D, yeah.
Okay, and Ruby, you gonna take Ruby to that?
Yep. Yep. It'll be her first 3D thing, so we'll see.
I'm going to the dentist,
Really?
Woo!
and yeah, I'll probably
On the weekend? What kind of dentist works on a weekend?
my dentist, and then I'm going to play more. Actually, I need to play more Yoshi's Woolly World, and also because I have my cute little Yoshis, and I'm really excited about that, and also more Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer.
Are you done
What?
with that yet?
What? No, never.
Does it never end? Is there no ending?
There's no ending.
Is it my turn now?
Going.
You already told us, but go ahead.
What did I say? Oh,
You're gonna
that was a
play
joke.
Bloodborne?
Okay.
I don't do
okay.
that anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna play Bloodborne, but
Surprise.
also I'm really excited for Tomb Raider, and I'm really excited
Yeah, I'm gonna play some
for.
Fallout.
Well, your turn is over.
Oh, okay.
Tomb Raider, and I also just got Need for Speed, so I'm playing that as well. So
The big guns, man.
And I want to go back to Bloodborne because the DLC's coming.
Should we call them? Should we like
Bloodborne
Yeah,
Scott?
should we?
Are you kidding? What's better than Bloodborne, man?
We take them
Animal
into
Crossing.
therapy to get them weaned off of Bloodborne.
Seriously.
All right.
Therapy
Good.
for many things. And get your ticket for Scott's TED Talk.
Yes.
And get your ticket for your Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Yes. No tickets. Just show
You
up.
just come to the Rainbow
Oh, it's
Six
free?
tournament.
Yeah.
Can you win stuff?
Well, if you're competing, if you won your ticket to Toronto.
Blake,
to
what are you
play,
doing
yeah.
this weekend besides
I'm
masturbating?
gonna probably play Fallout 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have an extra copy.
Oh, there is an extra copy.
Yeah, we have
Winky,
extra
Wow.
copy.
winky.
All
Nice,
right.
Blake.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, happy
Thanks for coming,
Halloween.
everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Thanks for
Wha-
watching. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
you,
watching,
You can
Pudding.
also get us on Stitcher.
Stitcher. Why are we still on Stitcher?
We're on Stitcher. Vic's Basement would like to thank its sponsors, EB Games, Nintendo, Xbox, and Gameloft, makers of Dragon Mania Legends, which you can play for free right now.